Hey Village, we are on our way home. We are about an hour away from Cincinnati, and it's been like a really fun weekend.
It's been a blast.
Yeah, it's been awesome. We're definitely anxious to get home to the kids. We've been FaceTiming them a lot, checking in on them, and we are just really anxious to get home and see them again. So I'll put that at the end of the video when we pick them up from John's mom's house, and we'll see if they missed us. So since the last couple of videos really haven't been related to like foster care and our family and stuff like that, because John and I have just been having a blast, we thought we would take this time to answer some of your guys' questions. We've been getting some really great questions in the comments, and so we're gonna pull some out and answer them now. So let's start with Danielle. She wants to know how we're prepping for the school year, because like all of you, the pandemic has thrown kind of a wrench in things, and everywhere's a little bit different, so we can definitely talk about that. Also, we think you're hella awesome too.
I've heard in some places across the country they're doing a split schedule, or like an A and B. So like the group A goes like 2 days a week, and then B goes 3 days a week, and then the next week they flip-flop. Where we are, the way they're doing it is they're giving families the option if they want to go to school or if they want to do online learning. So I think they're expecting it to be kind of split, which is a little strange that they're leaving it up to the people and then they're going to have to plan accordingly. It seems to me like, you should just tell people what the plan is, and then you can know what to expect as far as how many kids and all that, but that's a whole nother conversation.
So we actually had a conversation with Miss A, and we kind of laid out both options. And honestly, we say this a lot, but she is really mature. She has a really good understanding of things. And so we are able to have those conversations and be really honest with her about, pros and cons, talking things through. And I think for us, when it comes to virtual, based on the experience that she had last year, she was leaning towards virtual school, and we didn't think that was a terrible idea, especially with the pandemic happening. What's important to us for her is to make sure that she's getting socialization, and so we kind of presented it as do virtual school if that's the option that you want to go with, but then we should probably look at some form of socialization, whether it's an extracurricular activity. She might, do private lessons for gymnastics again, or even a part-time job. And she was open to those options.
Yep.
And we're also kind of in a unique situation with timing where it's reunification is, coming up. Obviously there's no set timeline, and that's not something that we can we can't control, we can't share specifics, but things are going in that direction. And so, virtual might give her an opportunity to, have a cleaner transition versus if she's going in person and during this first semester she's reunified, she would have to physically, go and transfer to her old school. So, there's pros and cons to everything. Dawn and I, the way we handled this is, before we went and talked to Miss A, we had the conversation and we talked about what was important, and kind of decided is this something that we should decide, or is this something that we should get her input? Great question, Danielle. We will keep you posted on what actually happens, because I found out that her school actually had a deadline to select virtual versus in person. And because we're foster parents, we were not on the email list, so we didn't get it in time. And the caseworker got it instead of us. And so I actually have to make some calls tomorrow, hopefully get in touch with somebody and see if she can be in the virtual class. So next we have Jordan, and they would like to know, basically, when kids who are in foster care are home, do they have to be supervised, or can you run to the store? Can you, leave them home alone?
So this really depends on where you live, what your agency or your county's rules are, and really how much, you are able to trust the kid. since Miss A is a teenager, she's been home alone, you know, a little bit here and there before, and we know we can trust her. She's very responsible.
And also we have like, you know, security systems and devices that like protect her while she's home. So we feel comfortable that like she's safe, and that like, you know, nothing would happen, you know, that we can help. But this is definitely one of those like case by case basis. It just depends. I feel like we should get like a t-shirt that just says foster care. It depends. Just depends. It should have the shrug too.
Yeah.
So good question, Jordan. That's definitely possible depending on the kid, depending on the case, depending on where you live. And also really excited that you like the daily vlogs. Next up we have Molly. She wants to know what the future holds for us with foster placements. You know, like we said, you know, Miss A is, you know, approaching reunification, which we're like super excited for her and her family and her siblings. Like that's obviously the goal, and like it's awesome. And also that means that, you know, she's not going to be with us anymore. And so what does that mean for our family? What does that mean for us and fostering?
Molly also specifically asked if we would consider taking in siblings, and we've talked about this a little bit, and I think we're open to it. It just depends on the ages, depends on how many, you know what I mean? I think we would maybe be open to 2, 3. I don't think we could handle. I don't see how we could do it with 2 of our own and then adding 3 extra. But we are making changes to our house to have an extra room for situations like that, because even though 2 kids can be siblings, if they're different genders, then they can't be in the same room together. So it's something you got to be considerate of and kind of plan for.
Yeah, so we have been talking about like siblings, and it's really just a matter of, you know, we both work and we both have like YouTube channels, and we have 2 biological kids, and you know, even adding like 1 kid who is in care, you know, it adds a lot to you know, our responsibilities because of the caseworker visits and visitations and stuff like that. And actually I will say one benefit, if you want to call it, but one benefit of fostering siblings is that typically they're going to have the same caseworker and the same visitation schedule. So versus if you take in 2 placements and they're from different families, like you're kind of doubling the visitations, the caseworker organizations. So definitely consider that. It's not, you know, I don't even want to call it like a benefit, but like just something to consider. So I do think that, you know, siblings would, you know, work. We would be open to it. And yeah, we're making changes. So tomorrow morning, actually in tomorrow's vlog, we are having someone come out and do a contracting quote for the loft. So we've talked to you guys about this, about the different phases for our house. We are future-proofing it. That's why we did the basement renovation. And next up is doing the loft and making that a bedroom. So we're kind of expediting those plans, and we're not ready to talk about that yet, but it probably is going to come up in the future.
Guys, thank you so much for your questions. We really appreciate it. If you would like to know something, leave us a comment below, and it could be in a future vlog.
Let's go get the kids. 50 more minutes. We are almost there.
No, you're staying right here, Cracker.
We're finally home. We're making a super quick and easy dinner. We have all the kids. Hi. Hi. Darcy somehow managed to get a new toy from Nana.
Hi. What I do on, okay? These. So a cupcake. Now, what?
Okay, I'm watching. Oh, that's expensive party. Miss A is already in her designated corner on the couch, chilling. Self-designated corner. Basically, anytime that we're chilling on the couch, that is her spot. I think because we're kind of exhausted, we are just going to watch a movie tonight and chill. and play with all the stuff tomorrow that we got. So see you tomorrow. Have a good night.